What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bridge the Gap. My name is Holden Stephan Roy, and joining me today for the fourth time on this show is Travis Bryant. That's right, it's the fourth one that we've done, I believe. And this is fun because since we've last talked, the guy has dipped out of the country and decided to go on this spree of making himself a European superstar. So, arguably, a lot has changed in your life in the last little bit. So, how do you end up getting to a point, Travis, where you're like, fuck Montreal, I'm going to Europe? Like that, it's like, because to me it was mad abrupt, right? He just shows up one day at my crib. Y'all don't even understand. He comes over and he's like, bro, I'm not even here next week. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going to Europe. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know how I missed it, whatever. But one moment I saw the man, he's here. The next minute, he's on his way, gone. It's been now a good couple months, I think, you out there, and just making moves
Yeah.
now. So yeah, how did you end up getting to that point?
Um, Basically everything that I lived in, fuck, the whole time, everything we've been spoke about and that people know about, that you know about, whatever. It was the breaking point, bro. And it got to a point where it was either like I'm gonna fucking get up and I'm gonna go do shit, or I'm gonna fucking die off. And it just wasn't an option. You know what I'm saying? Just wasn't the option. And so because I can't right away get into America, you know, I would have been took the first flight back to Cali right away. But I decided, you know what, let me go a different route because the music is just different out here. It's different because like it's not like it's huge. It's hip hop is fucking ridiculously huge here. And I witnessed it live. Like but they treat it differently because they're not as spoiled as North America is, right? Like they don't have so when whatever comes out there out here from America, Canada, whatever, like they treat it like it's a whole different fucking league, you know what I mean? They really like something like Onyx or Dog Pound, the fucking like all the shit like that MOP that are it's yo, it's huge here. Like that's like who feels fucking, venues out here. It's not like I mean, obviously everything else is big too, right? But like, there's just a different love for
Nah,
the
but it's
music out
even
here. And I like,
something you see in metal, right? Like all those classic metal bands that you see making all the money, they be like really making that money in Europe. They'll be like
oh,
doing
huge.
Plas
Europe
Bell
is
here,
ridiculous,
and then like Europe just loves
right?
old shit. Like they love old
They do.
shit.
That's like who fills 180,000 fucking seats in
Hey, what's up, Peter
field.
West?
Well, not,
Yo, and I
you know what
see
I mean?
CY's up over there in the chats also. So we got CY and Peter West just checking in. So
Shout out to both of them. That's the peoples right there. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I just spoke to PY 2 seconds ago. So shout out to the homie for peeping. You know what I
shout
mean?
out CY Stills. I'm gonna see that guy on Saturday. Um,
Bong, bong. Get it.
but
But yeah, like it's just like it was like a decision. Like I never been to Europe. It's been a really long time since I left Canada, and it was just like the culmination of everything. Just it's time to go. It's time to
mm,
go and do some different shit. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I got to touch down and be able to blaze. So I was like, all right, I really need a vacation. So I took 2 weeks to myself and went to Amsterdam. Did that first. Still did business, but that was my vacation part of this whole
mm,
process.
and
Because
that's
it was like I was like, all right, it's gonna be a healing process, a business trip, a tour, a fucking. It's gonna be everything at the same time, right?
right.
Like just everything that I wasn't able to do before that. So yeah, I took a little bit of time to myself there,
So
and
tell
then
us a bit
now
about
since
Amsterdam, though. Like, what's your
that
experience like?
that
Like,
place that was beautiful. Amsterdam, it was like so peaceful for me. Like it like really refreshed everything that I needed it to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the freedom, people are so like everybody's mellow because everybody's blazed the fuck out. There's no violence. The cops are not on your fucking ass. You don't like walk around like with you know what I mean? Like
mm,
I'm an on edge person, right? So like you know what I mean? Like it is what it is, but like none of that. And it's just smoking and happiness and good times and like hit a huge studio that I never thought I would like record in, you know what I mean? Where they did like, Chris Brown was there Elton John, Sonic Youth, Metallica, Def Leppard, so on, so on. Like classic albums, the Black Album, Hysteria. Sonic Youth had like 20 amps
You
there. I
recorded
sat
where
at
the
fucking.
Black Album was recorded.
I mean, I don't
Well, part
know
of
if
it.
what part of the Black Album or what was mixed or what was mastered, but yeah. And they were there, like Def Leppard, Hysteria, Elton John. I sat at Elton John's piano and shit. You know what I mean? Like huge. I went into a studio where Chris Brown blew out the speakers. Like shit was like really wild. Um,
Okay,
my
so
experience out there was different than anything I ever did. Like just like because I just like first of all I felt so free the minute I touched down. I just like it was another universe for me for everything that all the stress and like fucked up shit that I lived for like a long minute. Like I got off that plane, bro, and it was like I walked out the fucking airport and there was like the big ass, I am Amsterdam shit. And I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, yo, I ate a yellow bar before I got on the plane. So I literally woke up 6 fucking hours later, like, oh, I'm in Amsterdam. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? This is dope as hell. And like the first thing I did was walk down the street and I got some food. And then I went into a cafe and it was the dopest place ever. Like eating fucking Sundays with donuts in them, smoking 4 different kinds of piff, like in a place with all pink and purple lights, all teddy bears and pop starred out. You know what I mean? Like just sitting there and just everybody's just vibing, smoking, eating, chilling, fucking. I was like,
we need that here.
yeah, that's what I needed. It's what I needed. You know what I mean? So like it was a great like first experience. Like I didn't even have no problems leaving, like, besides the obvious bullshit, but like they didn't even question me to like get on the plane and none of this, which I was like, fuck is going on? Like this is what
Yo,
like
like
no, like okay, you got a passport, like cool, bye.
on the Canada side,
Like it was
bro,
like,
like it's wild. When you leaving Canada, I found out when I was flying back to the Canada that the razor I brought was a big no no. But Canada didn't give two shits. Let me go through with it.
bro, I did not have like I don't know if I should be saying this, but like I got away with a lot of murder on that flight. Let's call it that. And you know what? I wasn't even trying to, but I just did, and it was like it's wild that I did because if it was anywhere else in the world, I would have never did what I did. But I just had a feeling, bro, and it just like really worked out like that. And it was cool because I
Like
got to like
I'm so
I was able to be very calm for a few days because of that. And then like yo, I ate those mushrooms. I ate those mushrooms in Amsterdam and those fresh like out the fridge like beautiful mushrooms, bro. And it was the most like shit was exhilarating, bro. It's exhilarating. Like and like I ate them right after I had like a dope ass night with a shorty and shit. And then like I went to sleep for a few hours and I woke up and it was just the fucking mecca of colors like everywhere. And I was just great for 12 hours like nonstop. Like and every like those Amsterdam is different. If you get a chance, if anybody gets a chance to go to Amsterdam, take that fucking trip because you will. It's hella expensive though. I spent a grip of day there on absolutely like just on basic living because like yo, hotels, everything. Amsterdam's like very touristy. Like
like we
everybody's there for party.
absolutely know that you want to come here and it's gonna cost you. That's the answer.
Oh yeah. 100%. Like because there's so much shit to do. But the thing is everybody goes to Amsterdam. So it's like I'm walking around and I hear every voice, like every fucking language, bro. Like and everybody seems to have Jordan ones. Everybody's got the illest Jordan ones. Like you're walking around and it's like, and I have my J ones with me too, so I'm walking around with the black on black leather joints and shit. So it's like yeah, everybody has Jordan ones, like female, male, old, fucking young, like everybody got them. It's ridiculous.
I wasn't expecting that, but that's good to know because I'd be trying to learn about Nikes now, and I'm like, there's a lot of Nike options. Jordan
That's
ones in
definitely
Amsterdam.
the classic, yeah. But I mean, like you see a lot of people, like there's a lot of people from Italy, France, Denmark, Sweden, everybody, Africa, Jamaica. Like I heard every fucking language, and like everybody's just chilling, bro. Like people are like, there's no animosity, bro, like at all. So Amsterdam was very, very dope. I got to do some cool shit in the studio, met some cool people. from all over, like made some like new followers from, Belgium. Dude was talking to me in French and shit. Him and his people, like they started following my shit. People from Germany, people from France, like all over the place.
Was it
Irish, like everybody.
all of a
It was cool. It
sudden
was cool
like
like that.
French takes on a new context when Belgium dudes be talking French?
100%, 100%. And like they speak it like they're from France, you know what I mean? But I like, it was like I also like, yo, real shit. Like in Amsterdam, 3 times I ran into people from Montreal.
That makes
Like
total
not people
sense.
that I knew or nothing, not people that I knew or nothing, but like this one time, like I was on the bus and shit. And like I seen Shorty had like a Montreal Canadiens beanie on. I'm like, oh, you from Montreal? She's like, no, my boyfriend is and shit. Um, but then yeah, then I seen like I was at this hotel this one night and these three, French girls, they were like, I from miles away, bro, I could hear that accent from fucking the other side of the world, bro. I will recognize that shit anywhere. And I'm like, y'all from Quebec, huh? And yeah, obviously, you know what I mean? But like a few times, um, been meeting people from everywhere, like and it's like people like kind of like draw to me and so like wherever I've been, where I've like been doing something like significant, like so it's like yeah, people like very approachable on that because whatever it's been dope.